Good morning. I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the October 26, 2017 edition of The Bible, Delight in the Details. Have you ever had a situation where you knew somebody and you were friends with them, you knew them very well, got along very well with them, and then you heard them described by somebody else, and you were thinking, well, that's not right. Well, that's not how they act with me. Well, that's not my experience with them. It almost sounded like they were talking about somebody, a completely different person. I think that's how a lot of us are going to feel about God when we finally meet Him face to face in the hereafter. We're going to think, I really didn't know you as well as I thought I did. People try to put across to you what they're like. And they do it by symbols and by what they surround themselves with. They try to give a perception of themselves. But sometimes people just don't realize it. And I think it's the exact same thing with God Himself. You might say, what are you talking about? Well, as you know, we're in a multi-session series on details of the Exodus narrative. And I want you to look in those chapters toward the end of the 30s, chapters 35, etc., about the tabernacle, where God explains exactly how He wants the tabernacle to be made. He's meticulous in His instructions. And what you notice is the colors. This was meant to be the embodiment, the symbolism of His presence among His people. And it would have shone like the sun. Not only would it have shined brightly with all the gold and silver and all, but it would have been absolutely a panoply of beautiful colors. Blues and reds and yellows and oranges and purples and meticulous craftsmanship. Beautiful carvings, beautiful etchings, beauty, 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 beauty. It would have had things from the animal kingdom with beautiful, rich furs on top of it. It would have been absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous inside and interesting and beautiful outside as well. If you read Ezekiel and you read Revelation talking about the throne room of God, you realize that His throne is actually a beautiful rainbow. It's emeralds and it's all kind of other colors. The very foundation of the city of God and the gates are pearl. Can you imagine pearl shining in the sun? Huge mammoth gates made out of mother of pearl. Can you imagine how it would shimmer and shine? And we're told that the walls of the New Jerusalem literally are these opulent, rare jewels in every color imaginable, shining so beautifully. You look at creation and you see the variety of it, the creativity, the overwhelming abundance of creativity. This is what God is about. The laughter and playfulness of the babbling brook and the awe-inspiring just gorgeousness of sunsets and sunrises and opulent vistas. This is what God is like in His personality. And He's trying to show that to us. And He was trying to show that also to the people in Israel, in ancient Israel, with the tabernacle. There is so much beyond what is there's so much that God tries to make obvious to us, and yet we just seem not to be able to take it in. That somebody is so wonderful, so magnificent, so awe-inspiring, and yet I think also playful, fun, and approachable. My friends, God wants to be in the midst of us, in the midst of our lives. He wants to do life with us in a way nobody else even can, because He can be so intimately involved in the details of our life. And He is magnificent. And the fact that is that if we could just get a grasp of how wonderful and interesting and entertaining and creative and fun He is, you would never, ever want him anywhere but immediately next to you. And not just to protect you and keep you safe, but just because you would be in the presence of the most phenomenal entity that has ever and will ever exist. And he loves you. And so do I. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me on another edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Have a great day. Bye-bye.